part 2
กดเรคคอร์ดก่อน
แล้วเดี๋ยวแกhi guys next topic we'll continue we were talking about form data basically you guys want me to show the last presentation for the form data. I'll talk about an overview about it. So basically the form data is just like what is that called, the way that you can passing the, like you can bundle all of the data from the elements, like for example input checkbox or whatever into the form data and send it to the API or whatever, and using that. So how the form data will work, so it's the thing is that you must have the attribute called name, so it can make the key from that name attribute and the value, whatever that value that you put in. And so then today I will talk about how we use form data in React Hook. Okay, go. Okay, so this is just for example how we sending the form data to the API. In this example, they just set the state to, but actually they didn't even trigger any state. If you can see, they just put that from the prof, and then here when the form got when you when you invoke the on submit or you click the on submit, this function will run the submit and it will take that value, that data from the form here. He used the left to get to the data, and then he said basically send that data into the API. And I didn't do it this way because it's kind of really advanced and confusing me, but I will show you my way. Before that, I will talk about the purpose of using the form data. The first thing is that you want the state to unbound. That means you don't want state to get into your data. You want the DOM to be take that step, and then you want to use the name attribute to bundle all the data and send to the API. You don't want to use the state or anything, like any single data. You want the whole thing. So you put it into the form data and do send that. Only one, you send the one pack of that data into the API. But the thing that you need to be careful is about how you send the form data. You need to be careful about the header, because they have two different header of the form data when you send. And that's about it, the link. And this is my short come to here. So easy sample form data, just that. Okay, so how does that work? It's just like if you type your name, you can type it, because even it's not control state, but you still can type it. And then here you check it and you send it to the back. And here is I just you just see all the key and the value that is sent to the API. And that's all. And let's see what is work on the code. Here's my code that I do it. So basically, I don't even use any state of the React, because I want it to be uncontrolled component. I don't want it to get into that. And this is, I think I'm actually not even use the form, but anyway, this is how I do. So then I have the form data here. I use the left attribute and just kind of like set it to the form, like kind of, how is that called? I'm not really sure use left work, but actually I don't think that I use it, but just forget about it. Talk about just on submit.
I remember in your example it used here instead of target. It used the form to reference like this form.
Right, but I kind of not know how to do it. It's not work as I expect, so I decide to not use it. I think let's see. Let me use. I'm not sure it's gonna work or not, but let's figure it out. Then
It probably work because you didn't use
right?
the form.
That's what I think.
We can see.
Here we go. Just do that. Yeah, still works. So that means I didn't use
No, but the problem is when you have more than one form and you use the same on submit, it doesn't it wouldn't know like
Which one?
I don't know, maybe it
But
know because the event is different, right? The event is different.
Yeah. And
no, I mean because this one is tied to like which form. But I guess this one
tied to the form.
And you have another form, it's another E.
Yeah.
When you
I think the level will
on,
come to that different when we have a different form, right? But
when
if
you
if
have
okay, sorry.
when you have on submit calling from element line 24, E dot tag E will be
this form E. Yeah.
E is event object, right? That event object will point to that form. It's so if you have another form, separate form, and you have the same function like on submit, E is the object that will point to another form.
One.
To the
So each E is have its own identity object event. It will point to the right, like to the right form that you call.
Right? You mean?
It's not
you don't need the use ref for this case.
right.
Because the E already tell the difference.
When you console log E, and then it will show what is E dot target. And then when you do E dot target, you will see that it will hold up all the form and then children inputs inside it.
Yeah, that what I guess too. Yeah. So anyway, I will do it really in like simple way. So now I just like set the did to trigger this function. So the basically it do it just like if I click submit and it will just prevent the page to reload. And I will set the variable data and then I will set it to the form data. I take the current target, I mean this one of the whole thing, and put into the form data. So this is the way that I console log the key and value, because like you cannot see it, the key and value, and unless you loop through it and take it up by one by one. And then I just fetch, I just make a request using the fetch API to my local host, and this is my endpoint, and the method will be the port. This is the thing that I talking about. That's about the header. See, normally the form data, the content type will be multi-part form data, right? But that's not the case for this form data, because I don't have any file. Even this header used for the file only, you know. So, but if you don't have a file, this one will automatically send the different header. So that's why they said when you don't have it, you not need to set the header, because it will confuse. It will not gonna work. And then you in the body, you just literally send the data that come from the form data into that.
That is sent by like application JSON. If you don't,
it's not. Actually, it's come here to the server side.
Yeah.
So it actually send this data. This is how this
application.
And
encoded.
It's encoded, right? The
URL encoded.
So that's basically it. Do it for you. But the thing is, last time I just thought that I use it. I'm not even sure. I think I have to use that the body parser, but I don't know why it's doing like this. But you have
can you hover on it?
It deprecate probably.
Called deprecate. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, deprecate mean it's no longer be used. It's like, so which means body parser. Where you get body parser from? What library are you bringing in? Oh, from body parser. That's why I thought body parser no longer
Yeah,
support
data is no
URL
longer.
encoded.
But if
Right.
you take it out, it will yell at me like, you have to put the accent in.
Okay.
I don't know why, but
I
anyway.
think Express, if you use Express now, Express have
I
its
think
own
you have to
URL
change the
encoded.
name.
What?
Can you try to change the name to without the dash and the P will be uppercase like this?
What? No, it's the
I don't
library
think
name.
so.
It's a
library name. It's that.
it's just this method is no longer
Yeah,
being
I
used
think
to deprecate.
in the Express they
I
said.
mean the
Can
body
you hover
parser.
again? Can you hover again? Why?
Yeah, the
It's
body
not
parser is
Why I
they
say
take it off
this?
because you can use Express. So
Express,
instead
yeah.
of body parser, you put Express. No,
Yeah,
it
Yeah,
works.
It's
Express
already in
not,
Express, right?
Yes.
yeah, it's already built in. So you don't need that
It was
body
built in
parser.
before. They took it off and then they put it back on.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep. And another thing that another middleware that I have to use is called Motor. I think it's how it's handle all the the data that from the form data again.
Mounter is to handle the file.
Yeah, the file. Yeah, but I don't know why, even I don't have a file, they still require me to put it in.
Where do you use the upload?
I don't even use it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but this is for handle the multi-part form data. That means it's handled for the file only. I think, but I don't know why. But maybe
If you don't have it, it wouldn't work.
No, you just
You try these two also.
Comment out Mounter
Yeah.
to see if
5
it's
and 6.
even.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to use it.
Yeah, but yet last night I do it and it's not work. Oh, it's work. There you go. It's not work with me.
But no, maybe because last night maybe you use the multi-part form data. Maybe
Oh,
you put the
yeah.
header.
Yeah. It might be that too. Damn it. Okay, whatever. Damn, I just said no need to use. Yeah. If we don't, what is handle again? Motor?
The file.
File.
We don't have
Yeah, the file.
file data.
Can even I mean you can even handle the file from just using the URL encoded because you're gonna have it. I guess I can't remember.
I'm not really sure.
No, but if we have the file, we have to change the header to the multi-part form data, right?
Yep.
And
then here
maybe we need a different,
Yep. And here is where's it? Here is no. Normally I console log it though. Yeah, see, but if when you don't use the motor, it's an empty object. See?
Object. I think I seen this issue. I don't.
Yeah,
remember.
that's why. Oh yeah. It's work, but it's sending you the here. But before, see, it send you this. My name, no check on. I don't know why it is. Yeah. It's not give me an error, but it's give me an empty object. That's why I have to. Let's see again. Like
try again. No. Let's try again like this. Maybe
Save.
you didn't add anything in the form data. Like you didn't type or something. Can you save?
Yeah.
Can you save first? No.
Save who? Save. Oh, hold on.
Save.
Save.
in the VS
Save
Code มึงอ่ะ white dot. You see?
Save who?
Live.
Okay.
Try again.
Yep.
Submit the form. Check.
Change to something.
And then check box too.
So I go back. Yeah. See, get the object.
Okay, then bring it back.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. That means it's.
Can
That means it use this middleware.
Yeah.
It does something.
Save. New noon to the moon. Ta-da! Okay. See? but I don't even know what the object now prototype. I console log that prototype is a lot and
That is another topic, a big topic.
Yeah, another topic to dig.
Yeah.
that's why I don't want to
Object and
deep
prototype.
dive into this because
No,
it's
you don't
all-
have to do that. Yeah.
yeah, it's all
It's-
backend stuff, so it's like
Mhm.
out of the topic of the form data. But
No,
yeah,
it's JavaScript stuff, not
Mhm.
backend stuff.
Can we go back to app.js?
yep, cool.
And then one more thing, right? If you notice line 19, we just give data to body, right? Body field. One thing about form data that you don't need to do JSON parts, right? Unlike sending without form data, before you attach data to line 19 body, you need to do JSON parts, right? That's another difference.
Yeah, that's not a good code, right? It's just a console error too.
Error.
Error.
I know. You have to get the error in the argument
Oh, okay, yeah.
in the parameter.
Error, right?
And then you console log
Error.
error. Not error. You console log E because you want to see the error.
If you use dot, okay.
Why is it calling me that?
Because you have semicolon at the end of then dot then.
Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Not bad. Yeah, I should handle error too, but yeah. Now good. Anyone have a question? Don't ask me about left. I don't know.
To prove the point about input, have to have name input in it. If you don't put name input in it, what happening?
It
Just to
will
prove the point.
not show you anything.
Yeah, just
Delete
try.
it. Let's try.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Only one. It's okay.
yeah,
Remove
just try
group.
only one.
Two.
Remove
Oh.
Okay, let's see what's going on. Known with our name and submit. Nothing, because it's not gonna map any key and value into the form data because it cannot find it if you not specify the name. I mean, if you not give them a name attribute, that's
Mhm.
why.
Your dog snore.
It's from also.
I thought it was a motorcycle.
It's not in
Because
Thailand.
it's from the point from last week where we talk about, so when we want to grab the data from input, we can grab the data from name attribute or ID attributes, right? So and then we can use, if we don't have name attribute, we can use ID attribute by saying just e.target dot whatever ID name that you give it to, and then you still get value, but only for input. If you want to input send the form to submit form, you cannot use ID as a key property, as an attribute. You have to have name. It's just kind of something to remind.
Here's the thing. I have a question about headers.
Mhm.
So in this case, you don't send like to form data the headers.
Nope. Because like I told you, it just automatically. Like if you a header, if you have a file, it will give this file. It will give.
Oh,
header.
okay.
If you not, it will give this one that I told you. It will come like in the.
Oh, the parser. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's why you're not doing that. If you're doing that and you don't have the file, I think it will say something.
And can we set
let's
headers
try.
to JSON to?
Nope.
Just send this
This
one
is
as
form
just
data,
form data.
not JSON.
Oh, so it's the
Bye-bye.
same thing. So we cannot set
see?
in that.
If say give you an error 500. This is the bad error. If you're not very good.
So you just say header empty object.
Mhm. They said
You don't-
multi-part boundary not found.
No, you
What-
you can just remove header, right?
Right. Yeah. You can
Okay,
just
so
remove
we-
header.
I just don't have to use header at all.
Yeah.
mean,
You just
yeah.
uncomment
No, you can
16,
remove.
17, 18.
Yeah, you
Just
can do that
uncomment
too.
the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You just not need to. It will just say header no
Mhm.
or something.
Okay.
Can you try?
Work too. No header. No header. No header. And it check on. So it's work too.
Can I see the code?
Which code? Which,
That's it. That's it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, quick question. When you have that console.log and you're printing the key and the value of the form data, so the key is the name, right?
Yeah. To be name attribute this here.
Can you also have an ID attribute?
I think
Yes,
You can. You
Yeah.
can. You can have both.
So
You can have both.
what's the preference to use name or ID? And then if you do the console.log, if you have both name and ID, what's it gonna print in the key, the name or the ID?
Name.
it's
It
gonna
only
be the
work for name,
because
form
the form
data.
data work with name only.
If you don't give name, if you just give ID, it doesn't work.
It's not gonna
Oh,
work.
really?
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What do you need ID for then?
ID for
if-
something else.
You
Kate,
need ID when you want to wrap input with label, and then that label will have HTML4 that by with the ID that's the same name, and then label will be helpful for accessibility. And then also with the label and the ID, when you click on label, it will focus on that input. It's kind of like another benefit of accessibility. I think we
And
have
the link.
example.
If
Yeah.
you
Like
click
last
here,
week,
No,
yeah.
I think
this one will get
it's like
focused.
ID is the HTML thing. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, like all the attribute is a HTML thing, so you can reference that particular element from those attributes. So, for example, you can reference input by type from whatever, like you can query get the form, where you put the ID on the form, and then you, I think they have like some kind of the find method from that element, like into that children element inside that element, and then you query it again. So you can query by any attribute, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the way that they design it, they don't use ID with the form. Somehow, I don't know why they implement that. But yeah, that's just like just the rule that you have to follow. They're gonna link the form data with name, not ID.
If
Gotcha.
you
That's good to know.
if you add code, if you add label code to wrap on name
Can you
input,
write? Yeah.
right? Label, yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then add to okay, and then put that input inside, yeah, then put input name, and then on that label we say HTML4 attribute, right? And then equal, maybe name it test, just
Say-
to, and then the
Yeah.
ID is
Test.
and then we'll see what happened on browser.
Missing
Wait.
missing
Missing.
quotation.
Save. And now look at on browser.
And you can click on the test on the label.
Yeah.
Yeah,
แต่
now
เรา
we
ไม่มี
have.
label อ่ะ
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, label name. Put
first name
Name.
name
okay. Yeah.
Here we go.
And then when you click name, see autofocus is come inside that input.
Yeah.
If without ID, you can you just say delete that ID test and then save, and then now click on
and it's not-
name.
Oh.
Click on name.
It will not
Nothing
focus.
happened.
Nothing
Oh,
happened.
interesting.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
What if you change HTML4 name? Would that work?
Nope.
If
You
you
just have to
change,
match ID and this
Have to
one.
match. Yeah.
right,
You just
It
have
has
to
to match
match
the ID.
the value.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Right.
so it know like which one
Yeah.
it should link to.
So let's see.
Right. But it can't link to name, you said, right?
No, cannot.
No,
It,
link to
it
ID.
doesn't read from name. It, yeah.
Okay,
See,
gotcha. Interesting.
but you can
Not even for
access
me.
value inside input from name or ID. You can use either one just to access the value, but just to prove that ID work with label HTML for autofocus.
Yeah.
Or ID, another one that we use a lot is for when you want a CSS selector. You can specific get this input by its ID. So, because selector in CSS can only get by tag, class, and ID. I think. Oh, actually, that more than that. You can do by type too, right?
Yeah, by class name.
Yeah, by class name and by type and everything by attribute. Yeah, but you don't do that. Usually just put ID.
Okay.
Easier.
But just to maybe clarify a little bit, it's like the checkbox you can access is not like by the value, right? It's called something else called it dot check, right?
Yeah.
Dot checked.
Dot check. Yeah.
Check ED.
Yeah, but if you guys like wanna study more about it, I will get the link that Kate gave it to me. It's like have an advanced that you can use the FormData mixed with the state thing like that. Like if you wanna start working on that, on your own
study.
Yeah. So I put the link in already into the not that one. Sorry. Where is it? Oh, whatever.
Last tab. The last tab.
Yeah, I will put it in here. Okay. I mean, it's already in my slide too. And yeah, you guys can just go ahead and do this. And I think for this code, I didn't put in anywhere, but if you guys want, just should we put?
You should put.
I put
no,
somewhere.
you can't. Because no, because it's with the server. It's a
Yeah,
stack.
it's
It doesn't work on like CodePen.
Yeah, I might put just yeah, I think it has, but I will just snapshot and put it on the slide. Then you want to see, just for the reference, if someone come to look on the record or something.
Yeah.
And
You can push on GitHub and then
right.
you can clone it
on GitHub
if you want to.
Yeah.
Play with it.
Yeah. Right. Okay. All right. Anyone have more questions? Nope. Thank you. Hey.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.